In the near future, a viral outbreak allowed vampires to take over the world, with humans being farmed like cattle to provide fresh blood. Vampires didn't get sick or age, but sunlight was their Achilles heel. One touch of it, and they'd instantly combust into ash. That innocent-looking little girl might actually be centuries old, her pupils glowing with a golden shimmer. Even more mind-blowing was that vampires had built an entire functioning society. When night fell, they'd clock in for work, stand in line at subway coffee shops, and order drinks based on blood type to keep themselves going. Meanwhile, only 5% of humanity survived on Earth. They lived in hiding, dodging vampire hunting parties to avoid being captured and turned into blood farms. As the human population kept shrinking, vampires were facing a major food crisis. Lower-class vampires starved of blood were gradually going insane, turning on each other, or even feeding on themselves. This was causing serious social chaos. If they didn't invent a blood substitute fast, vampires would soon be facing their own apocalypse. Edward was the chief hematologist leading the blood substitute project. Under pressure from the top brass, he rushed to inject the latest synthetic blood formula into a soldier. At first, nothing seemed wrong, but a second later, the soldier exploded in a spray of gore. Edward was consumed with guilt. Even though he'd become a vampire, he hadn't lost his conscience. He never touched human blood, surviving on animal blood instead. Today was Edward's 35th birthday, but he'd been celebrating the same birthday for 10 years running. His brother Jack had gotten him a special present, a bottle of pure, 100% human blood. This was the real deal, luxury-grade stuff. Edward swallowed hard, even though he was desperately hungry, but he still refused to drink human blood and urged his brother to stop hunting humans. They got into a massive argument, and his brother snatched the bottle and hurled it against the wall, about to leave. But then, this horrifying monster was called a subsider. Vampires who fed on their own kind slowly transformed into these nightmarish creatures. They'd forgotten to shut the door, and the scent of blood had drawn this thing in. It was greedily lapping up the blood splattered on the wall. Jack tried a sneak attack but got backhanded across the room.